The MP5 was a top gun in Modern Warfare 2, but nobody uses it in Modern Warfare 3, and that's because they haven't seen my build, which honestly this thing is brutally underrated and is now one of my go-to SMGs within Modern Warfare 3. Ladies and gents, I really don't know why I haven't made a video on this thing. Like, this is actually one of my go-to SMGs. The only thing is that it's really hard to make a good build. After a couple of bit of testing, I did figure out a very good one, but you guys can see there is like a lot of like gun kick, and that's what I've noticed with all the Modern Warfare 2 guns is that the recoil kicks around a lot, and then a lot of the attachments actually hurt like the mobility a bunch. For example, I really wanted to add a barrel, but if we look at the cons, we're losing 36% to our ADS speed and so much mobility. Yes, we get a lot of like range and recoil control, but like the ADS speed is so chalked to where the gun is very slow, so we are not going to be adding a barrel. We're just going to be adding a little bit of mobility and recoil control to the gun. That being said, you don't really want to use any of the Modern Warfare 2 attachments. They're just going to make the gun very slow, so we are going to be adding the composite flash hider. You guys could probably already guess it, you know, best muzzle in the game. This thing eliminates all the recoil, basically having no cons at all. Like, if we look at the other attachments, the Bruin Pendulum, we lose 20% for the ADS speed with, yes, we get a lot of recoil control, but the gun's so slow now. With the composite flash hider, we get recoil control a bunch with basically having no cons at all. And so that's one thing I really do wish that they would change, but I think it's because they want us to use the Modern Warfare 3 guns, since all the bundles are Modern Warfare 3. They don't really sell Modern Warfare 2 bundles, you know. So next attachment though, to add a little bit more recoil control to the gun, we are going to be adding the Lachman TCG10. It's going to add that gun kick control and the recoil control. I do wish we got some fire and aiming stability. That would definitely help. We are losing aim and auto stability, which is a little bit annoying, but I believe those pros are going to outweigh those cons. You're going to notice this thing is so much easier to use now. I'll show you guys real quick in the firing range. This thing doesn't really have any recoil at all, and like pretty good amount of mobility. And now the gun, not really as shaky. There's a little bit of vertical. It kind of jumps after that first shot, so just kind of make sure you hit the first shot around like the enemy's chest, and then it should kind of bounce up to their head or, you know, their shoulders and things like that. But you guys can see that the mobility was still a little bit slow, so for me, I'm going to be adding the DR6 hand stop. This is just going to allow you to move around the map quicker, and you can ADS and fire your gun after sprinting a whole lot quicker. Yes, we are losing a little bit of cons, but you know, those pros outweigh it. If you aren't that good, I would add the Phantom 5. You're going to have a little bit of a faster ADS and sprint to fire, and you get the recoil control. For me, I would say I'm pretty good at the game, so I don't really need that. Now we got mobility, we got the recoil control. From here, really personal preference. You guys can add really whatever you want. One thing I don't like is look at like the difference. So we get aiming auto stability, but then we have a lot of like mobility cons. It's like a lot of them. Over here, 1% for recoil control to lose that much. And then you guys can stockless mod. Honestly, isn't that bad. I do have a pretty fun build. If this video does pretty well and you guys enjoy it, then I'll definitely give you guys my no stock build, but there's a decent amount of recoil. Overall, a lot of the attachments for the Modern Warfare 2 guns are just a complete waste, so I am going to be adding a optic. I know, you know, some of you guys probably like the iron sights, but trust me, this thing is so much easier to use when you have an optic. Like, it's kind of a must in my opinion. You guys will see right here is that it just kind of feels like it reduces the recoil by a ton without really hurting the weapon in any way, and we don't really need to use other attachments. And so if I ever use Modern Warfare 2 guns, I always run an optic on them because of the shake that they have. Now again, you guys can add the Chimera laser. This is going to be the laser I recommend if you want to increase sprint to fire speed and the mobility on the weapon. I'm not going to be running on here. If you are going to run any of the barrels, the only barrel I would maybe add is like the F-Tech sub, but you're going to notice it's pretty slow, and so I just don't really like it. High grain rounds, definitely a very good option. You could even take off the optic for the high grain rounds. You don't really need any of the other ones, but the high grain, it just really increases that damage range. Yes, we're losing recoil control, but with an optic, or just in general, because of that rear grip in the muzzle, you're not going to notice that recoil control loss. You're just going to notice how the weapon feels a little bit more responsive. For me though, just because I was playing on the smaller maps and just playing super aggressive, I didn't really need the extra damage range, so I'm going to be adding the 40 round mag. Although sometimes I do take off the optic, then I'll add the high grain rounds. It's just, you know, however I'm feeling in the match. This is what, in my opinion, one of my favorite Lachman sub builds. If you guys want me to make more Modern Warfare 2 builds, let me know in the comments. Leave a like on this video, and you know, let's get into the MGBs. We gotta lock it in, chat. We gotta get Tating his nuke last try before we hop into rank play, and we go against the top 1% of the world and every cheater that known to mankind. This thing's, oh, I forgot to show you guys the class. I'll show you after this game if someone reminds me. Great class. This thing is actually insane. Gizmo, no, that's literally, why would you use a shotgun on this map? You know, Gizmo, you know what's crazy is I have a lot of friends, or like I have a lot of acquaintances who don't even realize that like I fuck up my speech sometimes, because it literally, for some reason, it's just when you guys are around. I think it's because I'm too comfortable around you guys. But nah, Gizmo. You know what, Gizmo? At least I got... At least I talked to some females at EDC, though. At least... Bro, Gizmo, on God, though. Like... Oh, I swear to God. Like, ask Sweaty Muzzles or, like, Brandon H. And they'll say I'm perfectly fluid 100% of the time. 100% of the time. It's so weird. Gizmo, I literally got depressed thinking about it. I was like, why am I so fluid around everyone but you? But you and... Me and... The job was pretty easy, but, like, you... I don't know why. It's just weird. Did you know I'm a former iridescent player on Call of Duty? Guys, you want me to stroke your nuts and lick your ass? I did not know that, though. But that kind of turns me on. I feel like you should join today. Sounds good, Troy. Cbass future OF #1 spender. #2 sinister. #1, that's a pretty big fucking place to take. Number 1 is pretty up there, man. I could for sure get #2. No, Gizmo. No, I don't even know. Gizmo, I don't control it, man. I don't control it. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? They're so ass that they don't even move. Sorry. I'm never streaming them. I'm not streaming tomorrow, so... Suck it. Jesus. Yeah, I might even do it twice. Based off his reaction, I might even do it twice. Maybe 3 times. Could even be 3 times. Who knows? Maybe 5. Maybe 6. Okay, bro, I actually hate these enemies, chat. That was meant for you to say to a woman. Oh, guys, I thought you were telling me that. I thought you were just trying to say that to... Oh, I see. Wait, that would be a great pickup line. Oh, chat, okay. So if I go up to her, I was gonna say, excuse me? I've seen you around a few times. Ah, you're fucking hot and I want to clap those cheeks. You want to go out sometime? Can I get your number? Sorry for not going up to you earlier. I was a little bit nervous. You know, chat, honestly, 100%, like, on the street is so much easier than the gym. Like, the fucking gym, I don't know why I get nervous in there. I'll ask people for, like, spots and shit, but, like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've never done it before. So a first time is always a scary time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? No. Lay down. Thank you. At the club? Any chick. Easy. I just walk up there. Anyone. Easy. Maybe that's because I've had a drink. I mean, maybe that's what it is. Guys, I'm not horny. I'm just trying to spread awareness. Guys, I'm trying to grow you all into... I'm trying to spread my knowledge. Okay, even if you're 50 years old and you're watching, you can learn a lot from listening to me. I'm spreading factual things right now. All the... Bro, this thing fucking fries, dude. Why is this not rank play? Bro, I wish... That's what they should do. Allow us to use Modern Warfare 2 guns in rank play. Why not? It's not like they're OP. Like, why the fuck can we not use attack 56 in ranked? That would be fun. That's what they should do. Is allow a lot more guns in ranked. Damn, okay, teammates, just take all my kills, why don't you? You want my virginity as well? I already lost it. I always feel like I gotta say I'm joking. Because then people might think I'm... You know, I really have no game. Yo, MGB, there we go. Taden, that one's for you. There we go, Taden. You got an MGB. I hope you like that, Taden. I hope you're happy with that one, Mr. Taden. I hope you don't leave customs, though, if you join. But you should join. Cbass is the horniest guy. No, I am not horny. I have no horns on me. Well, I actually have one big horn. Dude, maybe you're like Regis from Big Bad. You need a drink to talk? Well, not necessarily. Well, fuck! Not necessarily, Sinister. Like, if the chick was leaving the gym, it would be really easy. What I've noticed throughout my life is that if a lot of people can hear me, I get like nervous. If that makes sense. So if I'm in like a group of people, I get more nervous. But if there's like 3 people, it's fine. But if I know like 6 people can hear me as I'm speaking to one person, I start, okay, this is what my brain does, chat. This is what I don't know. I might not be the only one. So say I'm talking to anybody. And I know there's 6 other people that can listen, that are listening to the conversation. The only thing that my brain focuses on is the other people listening to me. Even though it doesn't really matter. It's just like a subconscious thing that like, I just start thinking about the other people listening to it. And then I start thinking about that mid-conversation. And then it's like, I forget what I'm initially talking about or something like that. And I don't know how to get that out of the way. Or like if everyone's supposed to be listening to me, that's different. But if I know there's a bunch of people eavesdropping, basically, that's what it is. When there's a bunch of people eavesdropping, I just start thinking about that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Bro, this thing fries. Yeah, but Sinister, they're listening to me though. Like they're here to listen. So like I can do a group presentation. I can talk to a bunch of people super easily. Bro, why you're so good at fucking crouching, man? He's a crouch professional. But like if it's people eavesdropping, you know? So if there's a group of people, that's fine. But if I'm talking to one person and there's a group of people around me, I just feel awkward. I start thinking about what they're thinking. So then if I'm trying to pick up this one chick and I know 6 people are listening to me pick up this chick, well, I feel like I would get nervous. Can I friend you, Cbass? No. But Wesley, you're a great guy. Hope you enjoy the videos. Wesley, you're the honorable mention of this dude. You're going to be in the video. Wesley Rowe. Wesley Rowe, shout out to you. Well, no, that's fine, Gizmo. I'm perfect. I'm fine with them, Gizmo. You're just a little bit weird. Here, I do not have lack of game. I have a lot of pictures of me with women. Not lack of game. Chad, I had a significant other for 5 years. For the dust, though. Time to clap. Okay, guys. Guys, let me drop a nuke. You guys are sitting in the spawn, not moving. And I still clapped your cheeks.